Further to that story, there was a wee Scotchman from 45. Why do we always say wee Scotchman? We're inclined to say wee Japs as well. And then when you see the Olympic Games, you know, these big fellas coming out doing sumo wrestling and all that sort of thing. Anyway, the Scotchman, wee Alec, and his wife Morrig were having a holiday over in Canada. Now, I don't know how familiar you are. I'm sure Scotland's like Ireland. Maybe every country in the world is the same. They say, and I have kind of proved this for myself, that dialects change in Ireland about every 4 miles. And I do know that Killygordon, that I've mentioned earlier, is about 4 miles up the road from me. And the people in Killygordon would use sayings and say things that we would have never used at home. Now, as I say, I work in Castlederrick, which is 6 miles away, and that's a great saying by everybody. Even the most educated people will say, well, boys, you tell them something that's a wee bit outlandish, so they say, well, boys, that's a tara. Have you heard that? I'm sure most of you have heard that expression. Reverend Marshall uses it a good lot in his poems. I heard a story. There used to be a parish priest in Strabane called Father Hearn, and Father Hearn came from the Plum Bridge, better known as the Plum. And whenever he was talking to some priest who wasn't familiar with this dialect one day, and whatever the priest told Father Hearn says, well, boys, that's a tara. And your man says to him, he says, that's strange that you say that saying. He says, I've never heard that before. What does that mean? I don't know what it means. It's a terror or a spiritual or whatever. And Father Hearn says, do you mean to tell me you never heard that expression before? No, he says, I've never heard that expression before. Well, Father Hearn says, that's a tara. But back to the dialects. We in Ireland, when we talk about Scottish accents, we all think about Glasgow accents or Edinburgh accents, which are kind of hard. When you move up Scotland a bit, especially Aberdeen, they kind of sing the words, you know, how are you laddie? You know, it's more of a sing-song, beautiful accent they have there. But wee Alec from Aberdeen and his wee wife Morrig, who was as deaf as a door nail, were over having a nice wee holiday in Canada. And they were sitting at a wee table one day over at a window in a bar in Canada whenever this big loudmouth Canadian fella came over, and he said, you know, I've been listening to you people talking, he says, and I reckon that you people come from bonny Scotland. And Alex says, well, as a matter of fact, we do. He says, that's where we come from. We're from bonny Scotland. And Morrig, as I told you, was deaf. She says, what did he say? What did he say? And Alex says, I asked me what part of the world we come from, and I told them that we come from bonny Scotland. And the Canadian says, you know, he said, I spent some time in Scotland. He said, I found myself based one time in the city of Aberdeen. I worked with Red Adair on fighting fires in the oil rigs. And as a matter of fact, that's funny, says Alex, because that's where we come from. We're from the city of Aberdeen. And Morrig says, what did he say? What did he say? And Alex says, he asked me what part of Scotland we come from, and I told him that we come from Aberdeen. And the Canadian says, you know something? He says, I got very drunk in a pub one night in Aberdeen, and I spent the night with a woman in Aberdeen, and went to bed and spent the night there. He says, the worst looking, ugliest looking woman you ever saw in all your life. And Morrig says, what did he say? What did he say? And Alex says, he thinks he knows you.